I just finished playing Firewatch and wow, do I have some things to talk about. This game absolutely blew my mind, and I want to talk about why, if you haven't played it, that you should probably play it right now. First off, I bought this game for maybe $5 something off Steam, and I think this was the greatest money value that I've ever gotten off Steam. I mean, the second I loaded up this bad boy, I knew this was the one. For a game that came out in 2016, this is outright beautiful. I don't even know what to say. There are no flaws with the design of this game. I'm probably going to talk about this game's graphics and art style for a good 50% of this video because this game is so good looking. Anyways, Firewatch is a game that has been on my watch list for a while. With people preaching about how beautiful it is and how great the art style is and how great the story is, I had to check it out, but I just never got into it. Until I decided to buy every single game on my Steam wishlist and go through every single one, starting with Firewatch. After a long summer of classes, work, and existential crisis, this game was actually perfect. Without getting into too much spoiler detail, the opening scenes of this game just perfectly set the tone. And again, I'm not going to say much, but it is tragic. Damn! Once I got past the prologue in this game, I knew what type of game it was going to be. I knew I was going to cry, sob, be depressed, roll on the floor, do whatever it takes to just get it all out. But honestly, this game took me by surprise of how fun it was, and it wasn't actually that sad. Now, I don't want anyone going into Firewatch thinking it's an objectively sad game, because it's really not. This game is really fun, really funny at sometimes, it is kind of sad at sometimes, and a little bit spooky. But the most important part of it all is that it feels human. Throughout this entire playthrough, I felt like I was actually playing as the character Henry. Now, the art style in this game is a little cartoonish, but the immersion just felt so real. And every single interaction in this game felt exactly like what I would do in real life. There's nothing that happened in this game that felt unrealistic or inhuman. I really do believe that whoever wrote this game is genius and they know exactly what they were doing. Which kind of transitions into my next point, which is the voice acting in this game, because oh my god, I literally felt like I was listening to a real conversation for 4 hours.
Okay, that jockey story is actually about you, huh?
No, but can you believe that? That's crazy, right?
I mean, man, every single voice line in this game was just so much detail and drama. I don't even know what to compare it to. Maybe Shakespeare, maybe Edgar Allan Poe, maybe something like that. It was just all of the imperfections and all of the details and emotion in their voices were just perfect, and I was so hooked for the entire game. Because of how hooked I was to this game, I played it 3 times. The first time was day 1, the second time was day 2, and the third time was day 3 through day 79. Yeah, I finished this game basically in 2 days. Again, every single time the 2 main characters interacted, I felt like I just needed to keep listening to what they had to say. Every single thing that they said made me intrigued. If I could experience this for the first time or experience a DLC again, I would, 100%. Even though I literally just experienced for the first time. Like I finished this game today and I'm recording this. And the world building in this game is just so amazing. I would call it open world. It's not exactly like kind of go wherever you want. There is kind of a guided path area, but it's still very open to the player. There's so many random things that you can just come across, random notes between 2 people, random animals, just collectible. I mean, the detail in this game is just so good. After playing this, it made me feel like I actually want to drive up to this forest and go explore it on my own. That's how good this game is. I really did think this was going to be a Death Stranding situation where I kind of just end up walking for most of the game and I get really bored of it. But playing this game was actually very relaxing. Every single time I had a new adventure or trip in the game, I actually wanted to walk, which is crazy. I wanted to walk in the video game. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to show this in the background of the video, but I recorded so many scenes of me just looking at the sky or the atmosphere or just the detail of the game. The scenery is so beautiful, and there's no forced scenery in the game where, oh, here's this awesome sunset. Like, the game is just naturally beautiful. It doesn't have to force it on you, it just looks like that. I mean, man, this game is almost 10 years old and it looks like this. I am stunned. I really do kind of want to avoid talking about the story for this game because it's something you just have to experience for yourself, but the game is very good at storytelling. It is a narrative-driven game with one ending, so it's not exactly diverse with its story, but it is very good. Actually, the main story is a communication between 2 characters through a walkie-talkie. The way that the game pushes the player into the narrative is just done perfectly. There isn't a point in this game where I felt like I was being forced to learn about what's happening. It really did feel like every single thing that happened to me in this game was found naturally. And although I know it's probably not natural, it still came off as natural and it felt very rewarding. Every single interaction that you have in this game is so special to the character as well as the player. Whether you get randomly stung by a bee, or you just fall down some rocks, or you're just looking at a sunset, every single voice line and interaction that you have is just so perfect. There were times when playing this game where I had to fight myself going off trail from the main story because I knew that I would have to go back there later. I wanted to explore so bad, but I knew it would just take so much longer to beat the game if I did that. And I did go back to those places later in the story and check them out, and they were beautiful. I loved every single part of it. I'm rambling at this point, so let's talk about gameplay. This game is simple, but good simple. Really, really good simple. There's a sprint button, there's a zoom in button, and I think you can take pictures. That's about it. But that's really all you need to explore this game. Like I said, it's a narrative driven game, so most of the time you're not actually going to be doing things. But even these simple gameplay controls are just perfect for this game. I honestly loved going around just taking random pictures of things, as well as the random rock climbing prompts, the jumping prompts, and just exploring and picking up random things in my cabin. There isn't any secret lore or anything for this game, so I didn't feel obligated to find these little tiny clues or collectibles, which actually felt very, very relieving. There are honestly way too many games recently that just have random collectibles that you have to look for, and walking around this game knowing I don't have to look for anything was very, very relieving. But honestly, that's about it for gameplay. Firewatch is just one of those games you have to play. And it's not some God of War type of thing where you just walk around doing all these crazy event missions and beating these bosses and doing all these crazy things. Firewatch is just a simple, narrative, beautiful game that personally I loved playing. There's a point in the game where something is revealed to you, and I believe that point in the game really did speed up my gameplay process. At first, for the first couple of days in the game, I felt like it was getting a little bit slow. You know, kind of look out for fires, go get random clues, talk to your coworker. It got a little boring about 30 minutes in. But after I got past the reveal point in the game, it kind of got really, really fun. Like I said earlier, after that point in the game, I really just finished Firewatch in one sitting. I really want other people to experience that as well. I highly recommend Firewatch. This game was beautiful to play, it was cheap, it was fun, it was short, the voice acting was crazy good, the writing was insane, and I already talked about the visuals enough, I don't need to say it anymore, and you could probably just look at the background. Like, look at this game, bro. If you need a break from playing Overwatch 2 all day, and you just want to sit inside and play a cozy game, Firewatch is the game to play. I thoroughly enjoyed it, I really have no complaints about it, and it helped me kill a lot of time. Plus, I think the moral of this game is very, very important for a lot of people, and I obviously won't spoil it, but it's just really important that a lot of people know about this. It's not some crazy deep philosophical thing, but it really is just a new perspective on a very popular dilemma. I will be posting more soon. I have a video on Animal Well coming out, which I'm super excited to talk about. That game is awesome, and I've been streaming, so go check that out. Besides that, yeah, go have a great day, dude. This game made me happy. I feel all warm inside.